SML podcast, SML, the Brodown, the Commissioners. You call it the Commissioners Corner, whatever you want. Primetime 000 and Field Journal 007. All right, we got a couple topics we got to cover today.
Yes.
Go ahead and give them your introduction.
Welcome. Bi-weekly show, SML, Season 26, Season 2. We're in it. Big things coming.
All right, so one thing that came up today, a little bit of rules. Some argued cheese. Do you want to clarify anything on that front now, or do you want to leave it be?
No. Just if you think it's cheesy, don't do it. And if you want to DM somebody about it later, DM. I think it was handled well. Our guys now in chat don't really go to each other's throats too much. Might have been one thing said, but I'm happy with how Eagles handled the situation.
Okay. So, as you look at it right now, I want you to put out there who's the outside of you, the most challenging person for you to play, and the worst or easiest person that you played so far.
The most challenging, last cycle I would have said Gov because of his team. This cycle, probably Oshie, and that might be a little bit because of his team.
Yeah.
But that being said, he beat me earlier this season, but he's not as good as advertised. I'll say it.
Oshie's not?
No, his passing game is subpar. He relies on the run game, and his defense, once again, is like a Gov-type situation. Not to that extent. So if we're taking Oshie out of the equation, I haven't played the guys over there in the NFC. I'd say Future. Look, I haven't played him yet, but
I haven't played Future.
If Future gets a running back like he has had with Gordon in the past and somebody else, that's scary because he's just dealing with Russell Wilson and whoever they got over there in Seattle.
Okay, so the flip side of that, who's the easiest person? Who's your circle win, as Peyton Manning will call him?
Yeah. You got to there's a toss-up between NYT, who just beat Haas, or Raider fan.
Raider fan. I'd say Raider fan. I love him. I don't know if he comes in too intoxicated or if the skill set's just not there yet. But like I said, going back to Oshie a little bit, I think, and I've seen it on Twitter and just all around, people are saying, I think they're even hashtagging wide pass.
Yeah. Because
the running game is so OP right now or so overpowered. It's just, like even I'm having pretty good success running where years past, my running game has not been very good. Like today, I almost ran for 200 yards against the Broncos and 4 touchdowns.
Right.
So,
Broncos is another candidate for worst player.
Really? I mean, he's 3-4 right now.
Yeah.
All right. But anyway, I think Oshie, like you said, I don't think it's so much of this passing subpar. It's just why do I need to when that's so easy to run it?
Right.
So he's not really doing it. Because like last year, Oshie was very good between scrambling. With the quarterback, running at the quarterback, read option, and just his quick passing, like his play action passing, because the running game wasn't as overpowered. Like your big runs basically just came off the spin move.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I would say that's true. That being said, though, Oshie's still top 5 player. Still top 5 player.
So who's gonna take it out of the NFC this year? Oshie or no?
No, not Oshie. Who? Gov? Probably Gov. Gov or Seahawks future umpire. Gov's just. He was missing Wentz last year, and that kind of cost him. Because Oshie went 15-1 in the regular season. His only loss was to Gov, who had a healthy Carson Wentz, and then he lost the Super Bowl, obviously. So I'm going to say it's going to be Gov.
Who is the biggest underachiever this year so far?
My boy, it's Madden as a whole, both players, Woods and Lawyer Killer. Lawyer Killer missing the Falcons. He's got Aaron Rodgers, who's a cheat code. I think he doesn't throw picks
to AI.
I mean, jeez, is that he's got to be in the zone for that?
He's got to be in the zone for that.
But either way, I mean, that's a pretty top tier quarterback when you look at it. And he was a top 5 pick. And then you flip the script to the Falcons. I mean, to the Browns and Woods, who I keep saying is going to turn the corner, and I've kind of given up hope on the guy. And he's got Baker Mayfield. He's got Odell Beckham. He's got some talent on defense. Myles Garrett, 2 great cornerbacks. I mean, the pieces are there for him to win now. He's got more pieces than Lawyer Killer does. And Woods has just got to flip the script.
So right now, I don't know if you've not seen it, but Woods is now 4-3.
Yeah.
He's second in the AFC North. Meats has dropped a few games. He's now 4-2. So I think compared to last season, Woods has stepped it up. And even Lawyer Killer's won a few games. He's now sitting at 4-2.
Yeah. Well, that's shocking.
It's actually a pretty good record compared to season 1. So, I mean, if you look at it right now, I mean, you named NYT as one of the worst players. He's 2-5. Now, this is one that's kind of astounding. I don't know if he's not playing his games or what's going on, but the Rams, with terrible two-steps, 0-5.
Yeah. He's playing. He just sucks right now.
He just sucks right now. So do you think?
I think the game caught up to two-step a little bit. He started off hot, if you remember.
Because of the pass rush.
The pass rush. Remember, he had Gurley, and then he had, who's that? Donald on the defensive line. Yeah. And he was just running dudes over, getting sacks. And I think people have adjusted, and I think they've tuned down some of that stuff. The stupid arm bar or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think that's really cost two-step.
So, I mean, really, there's not a whole lot of other surprise teams. I mean, your boy ZZ.
I love ZZ.
He's 4-3, right there competing with your boy Mike FML.
Yeah, I love Mike FML. I got a lot of respect for Mike FML. I'll say it.
The Bears are 6-0, Oshie, and the Eagles. He cried his way to another victory here at 7-0 today.
Yeah.
So
we'll see. Eagles. I really doubt a championship from him, even if he does.
You don't
win
think so?
No, he doesn't got the Jaguars defense. If he runs into me, he's gonna lose.
So the AFC East, you got your boy Rolls Royce 5-2 with the Jets. To me, that's pretty impressive, just because the Jets roster blows. I mean, name anyone outside Le'Veon Bell. I mean, yeah, Sam Darnold, but he's not a really good player. I mean, you can name guys, but who's actually a good player?
Right.
Not really anybody to speak of. And then your boy
Envy. They got Envy over there. I want to talk about Envy.
Future
for a
Prime is 1-5.
Oh, Future Prime sucks. Coop. Hold on. Let me talk about Coop.
Go ahead, talk about Coop. He's getting screwed over by the.
Jesus Christ.
So what happened with all this nonsense with Josh Rosen?
Let me
address this now.
For the final time, I want to address this.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Rosen, he gets signed, or he gets drafted, in real life, gets traded to the Dolphins. He's a star development, 22-year-old quarterback. Ratings, I looked, they're all within 1 point of each other with Fitzpatrick, but Rosen was faster. So me personally, I'm going to take a guy who's more mobile, and about the same arm, maybe a little bit stronger, for two reasons. One, it makes me more likely to win because he can escape the pocket. And two, he's going to get better throughout the season and the future.
And through the cycle.
Because he's 22 with star development. You get one of those boost up, all of a sudden he's a superstar guy.
Right.
And then you have Ryan Fitzpatrick, who's 35, who's only going to regress, which he regressed, and now he just got cut.
I'd argue that he's got a better offensive line than I have.
Yeah. And so
Miami. Because he's still Tunsil.
Yeah, he's got Tunsil. So he's now, you have the situation where you're still starting the old guy when the ratings are the same. It's not like real life where this is like the Denver Broncos when they had old Peyton versus Brock Osweiler. I mean, this is Madden where you're guaranteed a development trait. So now anyway, he trades him to me for like a third-round draft pick, which ends up being a 55 overall player now in this Madden. And then he says because Josh Rosen was throwing automated interceptions or something stupid.
What do you mean by automated interceptions?
The game's got
the game just went ahead and decided
Yeah, so basically what he's saying is the game programmed Josh Rosen's passes or some other factor that's guiding these passes to the defenders. I don't know.
What do you think about
that? I think it's... I can't really... I'm not sure if this is a kid's show, but yeah, we know what we think about that. And if... I told him once, I was like, listen, I'll play you. I'll be the Dolphins. I'll be Josh Rosen. No, they don't have Tunsil. They don't have Michael Fitzpatrick on defense, who's a great cornerback safety.
Sure. You
can be anyone. You can be the Patriots. You can be the Chiefs. I'll still beat you.
You really think you could beat Coop?
I could fall asleep.
He's a commissioner in another league, isn't he?
Yeah, I'd dominate Coop. Coop, he's easy. He's easy. I could take him. But he said he doesn't scrimmage anymore, so that's not going to happen.
Okay. So we'll move on then from that topic. We beat a dead horse.
Yes. But I'm right. I'm right, and you guys know I'm right.
The Chiefs turn it around.
Yes, House.
I wish he'd change his PSN back. It's really bothering me.
Yeah, more wine.
It's gay. I don't like it. It's a very poor
I've yet to see a successful PlayStation name change, though. There's been a few. The Lions changed his from Columbia to Ninja Sticks or something, and it's just...
He's currently the leading passer.
Who is Haas?
Mahomes, 1,700 yards in the SML, 16 sacks, 14 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Who do you think is the leading receiver?
Definitely not Tyreek, because he's been hurt.
In the SML today.
So I'm going to guess... Probably your guy, because you're recording. DeAndre Hopkins.
No, Odell Beckham.
Oh, really? Huh.
Wait, the stats are messed up here. It says Odell Beckham Jr. free agent, 838 yards, and Odell Beckham Cleveland.
Daddy League's been having some issues.
So maybe I can't go off this.
Daddy League's has been having some issues.
Well, that's kind of sad.
But
all right, forget that.
That's that's probably right though. Odell, he dominated me. He put up like freaking 200 yards when I played Woods this year. But somebody else I wanted to talk about was Patriots Envy. He beat me.
Yeah.
He's the most average player that I've ever faced, and he could still win a lot of games. But he's just got to show up to his games. Envy, I'm calling you out. Play 16 games.
So how is he an average player? Define like his game style. What makes him an average player?
He's one of those guys that has one thing, and if it doesn't work, then he loses. He's like, last cycle it was Lamar Jackson.
It was Lamar Jackson scrambling around and opening the plays up.
And people make fun of Meats for running with Jackson, but he has other ways of winning. He'll run the ball. He can drop back and pass because he's done it last cycle. So I played Envy in a scrimmage last night, and I beat him.
Yeah.
And he tried being Lamar Jackson. Same result. He just rolled around, threw a bunch of picks. Not that impressive of a player. He did beat me, but I'm looking forward to hoping that he makes the playoffs so I can embarrass him. Because I was
I don't think so.
I was up by 2 scores on him, and then I kind of put it on autopilot. I was on Facebook doing a few other things. Lost the game. So, Envy, hopefully you can stick with it, and hopefully you can put out them podcasts. He's taking over. Haas and Envy are going to do SML Uncaged now.
Oh, you're off Uncaged.
I'm off Uncaged.
Why are you off Uncaged?
Because Envy's got a hard-on for Haas, and Haas said he wanted to do a podcast. I was like, hey, why not have those two do it?
Okay. So who's going to be actually doing the podcast? And Envy? It's just going to be like an audio podcast?
Yeah, it's going to be an audio podcast. Haas has had the desire to do it, and I think that that'd be a good thing for Haas.
Whatever happened to the... I'm just going to call it out. Remember many, many years ago, like, not picture way back to like a Jurassic Park era or the Civil War when Meats had a show.
Oh.
And then he promised, like, around Christmas of last year, the year before, that there was going to be another episode.
What was that going to be called? He had SML...
was SML Now or...
SML on
something.
Class Untitled or something. I forget
SML,
what it was.
My Balls Dropped.
Yeah.
It was something like that.
And he just...
Whatever happened to the podcast?
I don't know.
Meats. Because he's supposed to be this great member, and we don't see a whole lot of production out of Meats outside of the... he tweets a lot, and Meats gives you some graphics.
Yes. I would like to see a podcast from Meats.
I want to see Meats on a podcast.
I like to see Meats on a podcast, whether it's with Royce or someone else.
Or it's you and ZZ's love child.
Yes.
So.
Meats, I'll tell you a story. This is funny. This is a creation story of SML Total Access. So, Meats kept hitting up ZZ in the DMs and to do a podcast. And Meats doesn't act on them. So I hit up ZZ and I'm like, hey, let's get one going. And now... a year later, Meats still doesn't have anything going, and SML Total Access has been going on.
And he's not even in college.
He's not in college.
He says he's an alumni, yet he sits like in the parking lot to watch the football game from the
I don't even believe he graduated. I need to see a degree or something. But with that being said, I'd like to see a Meats podcast. And another sleeper podcast I'd love to listen to would be a podcast with Coop and with Mike FML, my 2 favorite SML players.
Wow. That would be like Skip Bayless and Stephen A. back in the day.
Yeah, except...
There'd be a lot of yelling.
You can't compare it to Stephen A. Just be 2 Skip Baylesses together.
2 Skips?
2 Skips.
Okay.
And,
or Skip and Jim Rome.
Yes.
That's actually pretty good.
That'd be a good one. And
Mike is burning.
It'd have to be an audio podcast since Mike is XL. I'm sure he couldn't fit in the camera. It would just be like just his chest or something.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Well, I will say on Zazzle, because I've placed another order. So we're talking about merch again.
Oh, yes.
So, I'm going to make sure this order goes through before I repost the link, but you can get up to like a 4 or 5X shirt on Zazzle. It's an upcharge. But for the thick guys, we got your big shirts. Today I just ordered a black t-shirt, the frosted mug, and a travel mug. So we'll see how they come in and what they look like, and I'll be sure to let you guys know. You got anything else with new merch or anything?
I hope they come out. Yeah, so I got a local distributor. We got some hoodies that they're made to order. It takes a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But the benefit of that is no copyright worries. So a little bit cheaper on the hoodie front. Anyways, t-shirts,
yeah, I don't get the pricing on the hoodie. It was a little high.
Their hoodie's a little high, but I think the t-shirts are the same.
The t-shirts were
maybe cheaper.
Pretty cheap. I think cheaper and just competitive. Just the fact that it's one-offs. Like, you don't have to get an order. That's the nice thing. Like, anything they get on Zazzle is a one-off.
Yeah. Well, this is one-off as well. It's just...
You don't have to worry about dicking around with trying to order stuff and ship it to guys. Like, it's shipped directly to them from Zazzle. Like, if it's a size issue, they can do a return.
Right.
And everything like that. So that's what I think is nice about Zazzle.
Yeah, I would like to see Zazzle work. The copyright thing scares me a little bit. I don't even know why. It's stupid. They like to... The Madden apparently is a copyright. Who knew that? But looks like you got some mugs coming. We're gonna be doing a giveaway soon. Actually,
that's what I was thinking about. That's why I got a couple items I made here in the store, and I ordered the travel mug.
Yeah.
So I was thinking maybe either that or the frosted mug be which I think you got a mug coming. So maybe I'll just give away a travel mug.
Yeah, we've got a. What I'm working on is a Yeti mug.
That's pretty much what this is here, but it's not Yeti brand.
Yeah.
How much is the Yeti?
It's like 35, I believe.
That's not bad. 30, I think this is like 20 something.
35. So not bad. It's got the SML embossed logo on it.
Yeah, that's not it's embossed, but
it's a Yeti brand.
This looks pretty good.
It looks pretty good. SML travel mug there. Can they see it on the screen?
No. The problem is with Mac, and that's why the Super Bowl broadcast got jacked up, was there's like some type of legacy issue between OBS and the newer Mac OS. It's causing like a choppy video, so I got to get that straightened out. Anyway, like I said, I think we'd both like to see a steady, like a quick and easy way for people to get merch,
yes.
you know? And also, one thing that I'm going to hammer home is, once again, I'm going to bring it up, the SML meet and greet.
Yes.
I'd really like to do that. So if you're interested, I don't care, 5, 10 of us go. Like, we don't need the entire league to do it. I think if we meet up in Nashville on a weekend, maybe November or December, meet up. We'll go down there for, Friday, Saturday, watch the game on Sunday, and head back home. So if you're interested in doing that, we could do that. Like Friday, we all just pretty much just get dinner, because that's when we be getting down there. Saturday, we have like a tournament, like either in the lobby with some TVs, or like even if we gotta go crash someone's hotel room, go out to eat or whatever. We'll take a Raider fan out to Tootsie's, whatever the big bars are out there. Right. See him junk karaoke.
I like to see it. As long as they got chocolate milk, I'm good.
They got
I need my Nesquik. I need my chocolate milk. 2%. Got to be 2%. I prefer the Hershey syrup.
Oh, you prefer Hershey syrup? I'm sorry.
But I'd be down for that. I know Tiny Titan was hitting me up about going to a Colts game this year. Probably not gonna. We were looking at the Colts Titans. Not gonna happen this year, but next year or later this year, something I'd be interested in for sure.
Yeah.
We gotta get it going though. Also, one final thing: Super Bowl prediction. What is it?
Well, as it is right now, like I said, you don't have a whole lot of undefeated teams left. You still have Gov, which you kind of wrote off.
What do you think about Grams?
No, he's 3-3.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if I had to get my guy from the NFC, it's going to be the Bears. I think Oshie would get back in it. And then right now, if you look at the standings, if this is accurate, you've got the Chiefs, the number 1 seed, the Bills, number 2 seed, Texans 3, Ravens 4, Colts 5, Jets 6 on the AFC. The NFC, the Eagles 1, Bears 2, Seahawks 3, Saints 4, Lions 5, and the Packers, Lawyer Killer.
Wow, my man.
6.
I'll play Lawyer Killer coming up, so I'll have a good review on how he performs.
So for me, I think it'd probably be Bears Colts again.
Yeah.
It's hard until you're not in it. I'm not going to pick you, and I know how my play style is. I'm bound to get in on a 3 or 4 game rut of throwing interceptions and whatnot. Right now, I've been taking care of the ball and putting some games together.
5-1?
5-1, I think.
That's pretty impressive.
And the Bears, I think there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of even competition out there. And from what I've seen at the Eagles game today, I feel like had WTF ran the ball more consistently, he took a lot of deep shots and he was trying to throw a lot of high points for a lot of incomplete passes. They appear to be high points. Maybe your quarterback sucks. I don't know. But I think with Oshie being a very run-heavy guy, very good on the sticks with juking, I don't see why, especially with Khalil Mack, the way that the X Factors and all that, Mack's a devastator. Like, my thing to fix Gov, I mean, it's pretty, like, so if you don't like the way that WTF's blitzing, like, I don't understand why guys are still just trying to throw posts, corners, and streaks all game.
Right.
The whole game. I mean, try to pick them apart short, get that pass rush going. Same thing with WTF. I mean, you're letting Fletcher Cox stick his cocks in your ass.
Right.
You know, like,
so simple.
He's coming off 4 sacks. He can't sit there and do 7-step drops and try to get the 40-yard bound to pay dirt.
Well, that was my game plan. Like I said at last show, was going to the Super Bowl. Okay, he's got Khalil Mack. He's got Raekwon Smith, I think. A few other guys. It's like, you can't drop back and throw posts the whole game.
No, you can't do it. You're not going to have time.
So I took one from Oshie's book and I just ran the ball on him. And he didn't like it, but Nyheim Hines,
Nyheim the Dream Hines.
160 pounds, trucked over Khalil Mack and got a Super Bowl trophy with it. So, I don't know. I mean, every man's got his faults. This year it looks like run defense. Defense as a whole, probably, actually.
So what's your Super Bowl prediction?
I'm going to take myself out of it. It was the Jaguars, but he's fell off the face of the earth. He got freaking hot.
He could get hot again. Him and the Titans got hot in the second half of the season.
I looked at the Jags' schedule.
Happen. It's
favorable. He did get hot last year. So I'm going to say, if not me, it's either you who's playing well, you stepped it up this year, or Haas. Because, Haas
Haas is playing well right now.
He's not a dominant player.
But my thing with Haas, and I always talked about it, like I was going to have the fix for Haas. Haas last year with the Bills, Haas, was very diverse with his play calling. He didn't have, standout players.
Right.
So he did what he needed to do to move the ball, made some big plays. But now with the Chiefs, he's got Tyreek Hill, the fastest player in the game. He's got Patty Mahomes, the Madden god at quarterback.
Right.
So, he tried to throw way too many deep balls. He tried to force too many balls to Tyreek.
Right.
If you're Haas, you need to start working it to Kelsey, start working the short intermediate stuff because it's the pass rusher that's getting these guys. And I was able to user cover and pick him off several times in our game that we played. So I think to fix Haas and what would make him unstoppable is if he would play a legit offense and not just try to be riding the X factors to the Super Bowl.
Well, I think his issue, and I don't know where he picked. He took the Chiefs, and somebody made the comment. He even said, "Chiefs really aren't a good fit for me," because he was a running guy who was last year, like you said, just doing short passes, and then he's running the ball, and then he's playing good defense. Chiefs don't have a good defense. This Madden alone isn't good defensively. They don't have a running game, and they don't really have that great of an offensive line.
So here's the thing about the running game.
He should have picked the Bears.
I have either the worst offensive line or in the bottom 5
Texans
for offensive lines.
bad.
And if you look at my stats, even from season 1, now I'm able to run the ball.
Right.
Running the ball this year is about scheme, not hitting the turbo button coming out of the hole, and just being patient, looking for your blocks. So you can run it with any team.
Right.
I play my buddies when they come over, and I was the Jets, the dude was Patriots, and I ran up. Well, that's Le'Veon Bell. That was last year, but still, you can run with any team. It's just a matter of how you scheme, what plays you're picking. Also, in that same token, guys that say you can't play defense, it goes back to the same way. It's setting up your defense the right way, not always coming out in big nickel over G, not coming out in dime.
Right.
Try to play some base defense in there, mix it up, cover 4, cover 3, and just not and be a good user. To contain not set him contain before the snap, but after the snap, contain with your user player. If he's going left, follow that player, make him cut back inside, and usually your AI will be there to help you.
You know who's a great defensive player actually is ZZ. He stepped it up, and if you watch,
he was actually tough in the game we played.
He's got the freaking bait. I don't know if you threw any picks, but he's got the bait, the freaking blitz, jump back and pick you off down. He'll fake in, then he'll cut back across the field and get picks with it. We scrimmaged a few times. He's got me a few times on.
My thing with ZZ is, which I can say this, I don't have to play him that often. He won't beat me this cycle. I feel like we talk about SML folding chairs. ZZ folds when you blitz, and that was pretty much the simple way. You put pressure, he's going to do stupid shit. And unless he turned it around since the last time we played, I don't feel like he's very strong at running the football with arguably the best all-around running back threat in Madden.
Right,
ZZ, Alvin Kamara.
And we've he's made this obvious in chat. His goal for this cycle was to not take as many sacks. He says he thinks he's got it corrected. We'll see. This season is a good season for him. I think he's first or second in his division. I'm pulling for him. I want him to win his division. I want to see him stick it to Mike FML. He already beat you once, Mike. I'm excited for him to sweep you again this year.
All right, we keep saying one last statement, but one last statement.
Yes.
Mike FML. Is he going to win the NFC South this year? Will he be? What's your honest opinion about Mike FML's game?
He's a solid player. He does throw up a lot of crazy passes that he completes. He's not a bad guy. He plays smart. This cycle or this season?
This season.
No, he's not going to win the season.
Not the Super Bowl.
Oh, not the Super Bowl, not the division, nothing.
He's not going to win the division either?
No.
No, I think Mike will win the division this year.
You think so?
Yeah, ZZ's already got a couple L's. I'm pretty sure Mike's...
Well, ZZ has a tiebreaker on Mike.
Oh, he does?
Yeah. For so far. What's their records?
4-2 and 4-3.
Okay, so
Mike's 4-2.
Mike's got the lead on him, but we'll see what happens.
All right, stay tuned. If you guys want to see this weekly, we can record it during the week. Sometimes a little bit harder, but right now it's just easy because I'm off every other weekend to get together on the weekend and do it. But if you guys really want to see this as a weekly, every Saturday show, go ahead and let us know. I'm sure we can logistically get it together and maybe make a quicker podcast. We appreciate you tuning in. If you are just on YouTube, click on this video, watched it for whatever reason, it could happen.
It happened once. I seen it in the comments.
Really?
Once.
Someone clicked on a video and then applied to the league because of it?
They were like, where do I apply? And I was like, simmaddenleague.com. Like, okay, I'm going to apply.
Shit. All right, so
This
if
is
you're
real.
that guy, I'm looking at it. If you're that guy, check out on simmaddenleague.com, daddyleagues.com/SML. Apply. You have to hit the apply button. It's APPLY
Yes, people
on
don't understand.
simmaddenleague.com. Fill out the application.
Yeah, 5
Read the
questions.
rules.
Read the rules. Read the rules.
If this is not your typical lobby ball,
Yes.
I mean, superstar trading fantasy draft
Right.
type league. I mean, you gotta understand there are certain parameters for it. But if that's you, if you're that guy, like you want to be part of something more, we have something that we primed up and made it ready for other overflow guys to get you ready for this league. It's called SML the Primer.
Yes, primer. Big deal.
Do you still got some spots there?
We got some spots there. Two spots open, I think. 3 spots.
We'll talk about SML Primer more in the next SML the Brodown. We appreciate you guys watching, like, subscribe, take care, and have a great day.